How to stop procrastinating. How to stop procrastinating. This talk I was thinking about, and it was inspired by a couple members, because I also notice sometimes when you're trying to execute and we're trying to implement, and you want to implement. How many of you have had that experience, right? You try to implement, but you kind of just procrastinate, and you know that you procrastinate, right? All hands should go up, really, because I do that too, right? Maybe sometimes in business, sometimes not in business, like working out, exercise. Well, yeah, I'm supposed to go to the gym, but I don't know. The weather's too good, and I don't want to go. And then the weather's raining or the weather sucks, I don't want to go, right? Right? That kind of experience of procrastinating. And today I'm going to deep dive into this and why we procrastinate and how to actually cure this. I'll give you a push-up analogy, okay? So imagine that, in a business context, I say, hey, build your PMP. Think of that as I'm asking you to do a push-up. Just do push-up. Now, can we all do push-up? Even the ladies, right? Maybe even the knees one, right? You can do half a push-up, that's okay. So we all have the ability to say, hey, we want to do a push-up. So Dan is asking, hey, do a push-up. What happens is, you want to do something, suddenly, as simple as just get on the floor and do a push-up. Why do we procrastinate, and why do we have so many inner conflicts that are preventing us from doing a very, very simple task? So the task itself doesn't take a lot of time, but the procrastination takes a lot of time. Make sense? Yeah, it takes a lot of time. Where does that come from? I believe it comes from a list of what I call inner demons that we all have. We all have that. So let me walk you through it. So why do we procrastinate? The first inner demon is what I call the perfectionist. So push-up analogy. So, okay, do a push-up. Well, but let me make sure the space between my hands are like perfect. And my finger, yep, and make sure I go down in this angle. Yeah, I want to make sure, and make sure that my knees are good and everything, and make sure I touch it. But I don't want to touch the floor too much, because that's cheating, that's not good. But I'll make sure I get it all perfectly fine. No, maybe, is this right? I've seen some people do push-up like that, with like that, or maybe this, You know what, maybe I shouldn't wear this to do push-up. I should wear my new Nike like shirts and shorts to make sure I get the push-up right. It's just a push-up. That's a perfectionist. I want to get it perfectly. I want to do the perfect push-up. So let me ask you a question. Someone who is thinking of, I want to do the perfect push-up, haven't done one. Someone who is like not so good, not doing it perfectly, but he just does 10 every day, and just 10 every day. In 100 days, who's further ahead? Muscle-wise, growth-wise. Who's further ahead? The guy who does it. Not the guy who's thinking about doing a perfect push-up. The perfectionist. The second one, the lazy bastard. Just fucking lazy. Oh man, push-up, that's hard. Man, that's hard. I've never done push-up before, right? I don't know if I can do this. I think I want to do 5, but maybe I can only do two. And I don't want to wake up in the morning and feel my back aches and my arms hurt. I don't want that feeling. Man, maybe I'll do it later. This is too hard. That's the lazy bastard. The measure or the comparer. Well, I want to do the push-up, but I can only do 10, and he can do 20, and she can do 30. I suck. Why bother trying? Why do I even want to try, right? You compare because we feel insecure, and we compare and say, yeah, so why bother trying? She can do 20, he can do 30, I can only do 5, I can only do 10. We compare. And that stops you. Because when you compare, suddenly you're like, Instead of, what should we do? Just do the push-up. Focus on your own shit, right? And that's like I was practicing. I was like getting back into training. I'm not training three times a week. And I was trying to do the dips, right? I got a dip machine at home. I couldn't do one. Back then, when I was young, I was training, I could do 20 of these suckers, right? I couldn't do fucking one. I felt defeated, for sure. Like, can't do one, shit, you fat ass, Dan, what the fuck, right? And I was so disappointed. And I'm like, okay, what do I need to do? So I got myself one of those kind of elastic bands that can support some of your weight, right? So I got 3 different kinds. One is like this thick, one is this thick, one is this thick, right? So I used the big thick one, so at least I can do like 3, right? And as I'm training, then 5, 6, 10, then I get rid of the big thick one. Now I'm using the middle thinner one, and I can do like 15. I don't think about, other people on YouTube, they can do 20 of these things or 30 dips, no problem, no support. I just focus my own thing. I just do 1, I do 2, and I do 3. And now I can do that 15, 20, and plus I can do another 20 push-ups, whatever it is. I just focus on my own stuff. Make sense? Hello? Yes. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The Futurist. I love this one. And as I'm reading this, ask yourself, how many of these inner demons do you have? Okay. Okay, the Futurist, this is, again, I'm doing this push-up, but man, do I really want a big, like, tricep? Maybe I want to build up my chest muscle, but what if I do it wrong? What if it gets too big, then I don't look good in my shirts? That wouldn't be good. And what if, like, my future spouse doesn't like a big, strong guy? Shit, then I'm fucked. Then I'll be single all my life. I'm a miserable old person and die alone. Oh, my, that's so horrible. Oh, my God, man. Maybe I shouldn't do the push-up. And maybe I'm a leg guy. You see what I'm talking about? It's a push-up. Where does that come from? Where does that come from? Right? Where does that come from? It's just a push-up. But we make up so much stuff on our mind. The idiot. I don't know how. Do a push-up. I don't know how. Get on the floor and just push. Well, but I don't know how. I need to read like 500 fucking books and watch 300 umpteen videos, right? To learn to do the push-up. No, you can just do the push-up. No. What if I hurt my back? I need to know how. Precisely how to do it. You can just do. And you learn by doing. Because as you do, imagine you can only do 5, and you're gaining more strength, and now you're doing 10. With me? You're doing 10 push-ups, and you're doing 20 push-ups. Maybe not perfectly, not the perfect form. But as you get stronger, okay, now I kind of know how to do this. Now you can vary it. You can do wider and work on the chest. You can do diamond push-up to work on the shoulders, right? You can do like kind of like this type of push-up. You can do this type of push-up. You can do fist push-up. You can do finger push-ups. You won't get there unless you do your first basic 10. But you're thinking the 50 ways I can do the fucking push-up versus just do the basic shit, 10. And keep adding to it. So the idiot comes up with the excuse, I don't know how to. Forget the how to. You do this first. As you build on it, then the how to would come. Now as you get better, you improve. It's like I tell you guys to make video, you can't get to quality without quantity. Like you try to make that one video perfect. Just make 100 before we talk. Really, make 100 videos before we talk. After 100, your 100th video would definitely be better than your first video, yes? Guarantee. But you can't, because you are thinking these things in your mind and you're not getting feedback from the marketplace. Versus the marketplace is telling you, hey, I like this type of video, I don't like this type of video, I like the way you make this video. They would give you feedback. Their feedback's better than my feedback, better than our feedback. Because the marketplace always tells you the truth. Yes? Yeah. Idiot. The dumb listener, I love this one. You're doing push-up, and your friend is saying, why are you doing push-up? I want to get stronger? No. Push-up is no good. Scientist says it's not good for you. You should do cardio. Just do cardio, man. Then you won't get all bulky and shit. Cardio or cycling, that's the way you should do. Don't do the push-up stuff. Yeah, but I kind of just want to do, no, don't do the push-up. Okay, I guess I shouldn't do the push-up then. Then you do let's do the cardio. And after a month of cardio, yeah, shit, man, I'm still fucking fat. What's going on? I don't know why. Maybe I should go back to push-up. And then your other friend says, no, cardio, oh, that's not good. No, I just found this pill from an infomercial. You should just take the pill. Forget the push-up, man. Just take the pill. It's awesome. Something better here, right? Shiny object. This is better. Grass is greener on the other side. And at the end, you jump around, you bounce around so much. You haven't done one push-up. You have not done one push-up. The hopper. Similar. Jumping from one thing to another. Jump from one thing to another. And I like the metaphor that I've heard from a motivational speaker. I wish I remember the name, but the guy was using the analogy. Imagine you are like drilling oil, and you know the oil is here. Actually, let me use this. It'll be helpful. Can you guys see? Can you guys see? Yeah, okay. So imagine you're drilling oil, right? And the oil is this massive amount of oil and wealth, right? And success, whatever you want. And you drill and you drill and you drill and you drill. And you're like, fuck, there's no oil. Damn it. Let me try here. And you drill and you drill and you drill and you drill. Like, shit, there's no oil either. This place sucks. Let me go here. Oh, fuck, no oil either. Let me go here. And you say what? Shit, there's no oil. Shit. Or this thing is, this land, piece of crap. And then some other guy who is less smart comes in and say, fuck, I'll just pick any spot. I'll pick one spot. And just drill. And just drill. And just drill. And just drill. Oh! You strike oil. That's a lot of freaking oil. You see what I'm talking about? Yeah. You hop around, you never get to the oil. That's why I said, write this down, please. Wealth is committed to one idea over time. Yes, buddy?
Just reminds me of a story that I'm working with one of the clients I know that's
Yeah.
been in the niche for almost 20 years.
20 years.
Well-recognized marketer, but I told the name to Dan.
Yeah.
He would know him. It's
Yeah.
not Ted, it's
Yeah.
another person.
Yeah.
We're working on this project, and before we decided to start on this project, we already said, okay, this is going to take 5 times more work than we already think.
Yes.
Just like renovation. Automatically it's going to take 5 times more work. We
Yeah.
think. Lots of assets. We have an existing list and everything else working on this project. Well, as the project starts going, we're getting resistance and everything else. And, realizing very quickly after a while, no, it's not going to just take 5 times more work. And this is someone that's had experience in this.
20 years of experience, yeah.
20 years of experience. And in reality, it's going to take 7 to 10 times the amount of initial work we thought
Yeah.
to get where we want. So when you look at this analogy, if we stopped real quick, said, oh, there's way more resistance than we thought,
Yeah.
then we would never have success, right?
Yeah.
But if we're willing to drill down far enough, that oil well is very deep. And if we can crack the code, we're basically in a niche where it would be very hard for someone else to compete against us.
Yes.
Just because we have the expertise, we went through that extra hard work and everything else. And it just keeps reminding me with all these people that I know that we already triple or quadruple how much work it's going to take. And these days, it's like, damn.
Yeah.
It's way harder than we originally think. Right?
Yeah.
So even when Dan started like DLSC at the time, we're talking about everything else, it's way more work than we initially thought.
Yeah. 100%.
It's just a reality check.
100%. 100%. Andre?
But this is basically just straight out of
Napoleon
Grant
Hill.
Cardone's 10X rule, right?
Yeah.
It says pretty much everything, every big idea that you have, is going to take you 10 times more energy, 10 times more time, 10 times more money to get there. So you have to put, and it works.
Yes.
Just to remind you, you said that was off of Think Grow Rich.
Yeah.
Example.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
can you also clarify what's the difference between pivoting and making quick changes? Because in the time I've been with you, I've seen you try ideas out and very quickly analyze it and say, hey, this is not good, cut, let's move on to something else.
It's very simple. Go back to the push-up. I am pivoting. I'm improving while I'm doing the fucking work. I'm not thinking about the work. Every single day, I'm doing it. But you say, you know what, now as I do 20, 30, am I breathing properly? Is my form correct as I'm getting stronger? Now my body has adapted, has more strength. Now I can vary it up. I want to build different types of muscle. Now I want to get a little machine, right? To kind of a roller thing to help me build back muscles or whatever. That's what I'm talking about.
So if it's related to that analogy, it'd be not drill at a different spot. It's like keep drilling the same line.
But how can you drill smarter?
Or change the drill bit or change the speed of the drill.
And that's why like Earl's been with me, like he's known me for so many years, DJ's been known me for so many years. Really, I've pivoted, I have adapted, I've changed business model. Like those are the surface stuff, but the core is relatively the same. It's relatively the same. I haven't changed the core of what I do, yes.
What would you say your core is then?
Communication, influence, right? That hasn't changed. I work on my basics, right? At the end of the day, business is all communication. Doesn't matter. Print, webinar, Facebook is all communication. Copywriting is all communication. Communication is wealth. You work on that, you won't go wrong, right?
One of the analogies we I don't know if you remember the conversation a few years ago.
Yes.
It's basically principles, but applied in different ways.
Yes. It's the basic principles.
Yeah.
It's the basic principle. But when I first learned it, or when I first came up with it, I was my own guinea pig, right? Does it work? So it's kind of testing it through. Okay, it works, or that doesn't work. I'm changing it. I'm improving it. But it's really about getting down and doing a push-up, and that's why we procrastinate. Let me go through last one, which is the most common, the shit maker. You just make shit up. Literally, just make shit up. Do the push-up. Oh my God, the floor is dirty. There are some germs, bacteria. I'm gonna inhale it, I'm gonna die, man. I don't know. Shit, this is not good. This is not good. And maybe, what if my bone is not strong enough? What if I break my hand? What if I hurt my wrist? Oh no. You just make up all this shit that's just like totally, now it sounds so, I'm exaggerating. I'm not exaggerating, but if you think about like in business terms, what I hear from like sometimes you guys, you make the craziest shit up. Like what? Like make a video. Oh, my friends, my parents gonna see it, and they're gonna think I'm some this, and oh my God, and this, and all, and then my high school sweetheart's gonna see it, and oh, it's like you come up with this craziest, most ridiculous story. Seriously. Is it just it's just like one video, hello? But we make shit up. We truly, and we're so good at making shit up, by the way. We are so good at making shit up. Like if you could record and listen to those inner conversations. If I actually can record it and I play it back to you, you'll laugh. You will laugh. You're like, that's crazy. But when we play it on a subconscious level, it feels like, yeah. And you spend how many, just imagine this list. We all have a little bit, like I have it too. Everybody has it. The difference is, don't give nutrition to these inner demons, right? Don't feed them.
When I work to either like close somebody or hold somebody accountable and pass stuff, it's funny like how well some people really, really defend a fake excuse. Like,
Absolutely.
Yeah, super defensive and everything. Wow.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Even Steven could relate to some of this stuff, right?
Oh,
Right? You could share.
sure, definitely. It's kind of blocking the futurist, perfectionist kind of stuff. Yeah, that stuff is like, and this stuff drains tons of energy, right? That's a problem. You can only make so many decisions a day.
Yep.
This fatigues the shit out of you. So by the end of the day, you felt like you've just like lived so many lives.
That's exactly it. So that's why,
So many,
that's exactly, and the whole day you've like sometimes, have you ever experienced this the whole day? You felt like you want to do stuff the whole day, just haven't done shit. And like the whole day's gone by. Like what the hell just happened?
And the problem is sometimes you do feel like you are
Yes.
productive. That's a big illusion.
Yeah.
That's a big lie that you tell yourself that, okay, I made this list of stuff that I gotta do.
Yep.
Making the list is not the same as doing
Nope.
it.
No, it's not the same.
So,
Yes.
definitely.
Chin?
That is definitely my experience in this last month.
Yeah.
Like reporting to you, like I've actually done a lot of stuff, but I didn't feel like I actually did anything.
Yeah.
So when you ask me, like, so what did you do? It wasn't that important enough for me to be like, yeah, I did that, and that really helped me to push the next point.
Right, Thor? That's what I'm talking about. Like these things, so whenever if I catch myself doing that, and I'll give you a simple solution. The simple solution is just get on the floor and do. Train yourself. You feel, I'm thinking, well, what if? Do. Well, what about? Do. Push up. Just push up. Well, what if my friends? Push up. Just do that. Every time you train your mind just to move. Just move. Every single time. See, the key is not getting things done. The key is getting things done without these inner conflicts and all these emotional BS.
Unblocking
The key is not getting things done. The key is getting things done without inner conflicts and all that emotional BS. That's the difference. Truly, that's the difference. Getting things done versus getting things without these Benson has very little with that. Benson just executes because he has very little of these inner demons. Not saying he has none, but very little compared to most. If you look at your own in terms of progress or productivity, I guarantee if you procrastinate, you got a lot of those things going on, right? And some are stronger than others, if you know what I mean, right? Some of those demons are stronger than others. So you see, look at any high performers, you notice they have very little. They don't give power to these inner demons. There's a great book that I love called Overachievement. You guys can put on your list, reading list. The Science of Working Less and to Accomplish More. So the first chapter, John talks about the think like a squirrel, thinking like a squirrel. He said a lot of high performance, and basically this book studies all these top Olympic athletes, executives, politicians, all the top performers in our society, and what makes them high performers. He was talking about they think like a squirrel. They think like a squirrel. So to be sure, great performers are well-trained, experienced, smart, and in some cases, divinely talented. But the way their brains work during a performance is a lot like a squirrel's brain instead of an Einstein's brain. Okay? Like squirrels, the best in every business to do what they have learned to do without questioning their abilities. They flat out, here's the key, trust their skills, which is why we call this high performance state of mind the trusting mindset. The trusting mindset. Routine access to the trusting mindset is what separates great performance from the rest of the pack. So imagine a squirrel. So imagine a squirrel wants to run, have you ever seen a squirrel run across like a wire, right? Imagine a squirrel. Human beings, we're the only animals that can do this. One of the few animals. The squirrel goes up to this thing. Oh, this pole is so tall. I don't know if I can make it. Is my hand strong enough? And then they go up. Oh my God, this is tall. I'm gonna die. Okay. Right foot. Left foot. Maybe I should go back. It's just a couple steps away. If I drop, I'm gonna die. And no one would feed my squirrel, kids. Shit, what should I do? You know what I'm talking about? What does the squirrel do? They're all over the place. And they're so fast, there's no hesitation. They go up there and then come back. So imagine if a squirrel operates this way, they're gonna die. They're going to lose balance. They're going to get all kinds of trouble.
The proof is on the road.
The proof is on the road. That's what I'm talking about, squirrel. So think like a squirrel. I thought it's a very powerful analogy. And when I read the book, oh yeah, that's right. That when I implement myself, I trust just the trusting mindset, the abilities. So I'm going to just do the push-up. I'm going to walk over this thing. I don't think about it. It's so ridiculous to think about it. If I want to say I want to grab this glass, just go grab the glass. Right? Why do we... Let me take a measuring tape, right, Stephen? Let me measure the distance. And how far is this? Am I wearing the right shoes? And let me make sure, maybe I do it this way, right? And then, okay.
Beautiful.
Right? When it's just this. By the way, this is mastery of Kung Fu. It is mastery of Kung Fu. The simplicity of it. To be able to do that, not easy. It looks easy. But that's it. To be that direct, point A to point B, get the job done. That's hard. That is hard. Actions drive our thoughts. Please repeat after me. Actions drive our thoughts. Again? Actions drive our thoughts. Once more, twice as loud. Actions drive our thoughts. Actions drive our thoughts. When you have this BS, these inner conflicts, action. Action. Just take actions. When you think, I don't know if I can, action. Well, what about my friends? Action. I don't even know how to do it. Action. What if I'm wrong? Action. Just do it. Just action. Action drive our thoughts. By the time you do 20, 30, 50 push-ups, you get better. Guarantee. That I guarantee you. And you'll learn. You adapt. Yes.
One of the best sayings I got from Brandon Burchard about this is, I'm 18, I'm never in doubt.
Yep. Yeah. Which is also Big Dan saying too. I may be wrong, but I'm never in doubt. And it's about that superior, unshakable confidence. It's very, very powerful.
Could you repeat it? I couldn't hear.
Yeah.
I may be wrong, but
But I'm never in doubt. I may be wrong, but I'm never in doubt. Yeah. Yeah. Which I learned it from Big Dan, for sure. That has impacted me.
Yeah, one thing I heard Senator Yancey say was it's better to take imperfect action than perfect inaction.
Yeah. So the quote, yeah, it's better to take imperfect action than perfect action. But what I'm giving you today, inaction. What I'm giving you today is why don't we take those actions? So you're more aware of, okay, am I being the lazy bastard? Am I being a shit maker? Am I being the futurist? What's going on, right? And you can catch yourself being aware, oh, okay, this is just all bullshit. Let's just do some push-up. When you can train yourself do that enough, then this stuff just, I won't say they totally disappear, but you will feel they affect you way, way less. Like for Jana to do the workshop, the seminar, the act itself is actually not difficult. You book a hotel room, you post some stuff, you take some call, and some people showed up. The act of it. But it's everything before. Oh, what if nobody shows up, right? What if I don't do a good job delivering? What if they don't like my presentation, right? All that stuff, that's what's hard. So the thing itself, if you break it down, might take you a week. But this procrastination, this agonizing period of time is 6 months. Now imagine everything we do, if you can just eliminate that, and you can just execute. Big progress. Big progress. I'll give you a perfect example. And I'll give you a perfect solution as well. So you think in terms of, we talk about my PMP, right? Let's talk about the PMP. Now, so you guys know, so at this point, I'm just talking about current moment. So PMP, my Shoulder of Titans, I was doing it monthly. Now I'm doing it bi-weekly, so 2 shows a month. So I'm aiming about 20 shows a year that I interview somebody on my podcast, right? You guys know that, right? Yeah. So every 2 weeks, every couple of weeks I interview. So now I'm done at 5, 6, so now I'm pretty good. I'm a few months ahead, which is good. So that's what I'm aiming for. So partial PMP output. So 20 plus shows a year, that's what I do. And I just launched my high ticket sales secrets, you guys know. How many have left a review for me? How many have not I love you guys. How many have not left a review? Okay, I hate you guys. Okay.
Where is it?
On iTunes. So just type in Dan Lau high ticket sales secrets, just leave a positive review. I love you guys again. I appreciate it, seriously. But so that's 365 shows a year because it's a daily 10-minute show. 365 shows a year. I'm going to also transcribe and turn it into a blog post. That's 365 blog posts a year. And also being a guest on other people's podcasts. And I just I'll be on the Entrepreneurs on Fire, right, in July. But I do, I give interviews about once a week, minimum. So far this year, by June this time I've done 30 interviews so far. So I'm actually ahead this year. So 52 shows a year that I give as an interview. So YouTube videos, that's 300 plus videos because now I have Desmond coming to me and we film like martial art videos. So 3 videos a week on business and I'm aiming 2 to 3 videos on like martial arts and other stuff, right? Close to 300 videos. Now let me ask you a question. Is this a lot of output? For any niche, right? You talk about dominating conversation, that's dominating. That's a lot, right? Now, if you think about this, most people's mind is, shit, do you sleep? Right then, do you sleep? That's a lot of output. That's maybe this table's output. If you think about it as a one person, as a PMP. But let me explain it to you. Holy shit, Dan, that's a lot of PMPing. Do you sleep? Yeah, PMPing. Actually, I do. So I'll give you my schedule. So at this point, starting in May, you notice sometimes now on weekend, Saturday and Sunday, that I'm a lot slower because to get back to reply because I don't check them in emails on Saturday, Sunday anymore. So starting in June, my schedule is 4.5 working days a week, just to give you what I'm working on, right? So Saturday, Sunday, I'm off. And I don't want to do work after 3 p.m. on Friday, because Friday we hang out afterwards. So 3 p.m. I'm done, I work out, and then I come to meet you guys, right, for dinner. 3-week vacation a year, so 15 days off in a year. So that's 2.5 days off in a year because of working days, right? So that gives me about 220 working days and 145 days off. 220 working days, 145 days off. Now, I'm not saying you'll get this overnight, because I've hustled in a long period of time to get here, right? But I'm just giving you my schedule now. So that's a lot of days off, don't you think? That's a lot of days off. That's not like working 6 days a week, right? But here's the thing. My PMP, the secret to number one getting stuff done, please write this down, and please repeat after me as loud as you could. Integration, not motivation. I don't trust my own motivation, because human beings, we are naturally, inherently lazy. Yes? We are lazy. Between fast and slow, which one are you going to pick? Between difficult and easy, which one are you going to pick? It's human being. We are conditioned. We are always choose the path of least resistance. So I don't want to count on my own motivation. I want to integrate. So Monday 5:30, 7:30, right? Workout at my home, martial art class. I know some of you guys are going to show up, and we're going to train for 2 hours. I'm going to work out. There are days I don't feel like working out. Monday, oh my God, I got so much work to do, I don't want to work out. They're coming over at 5:30, I got to work out. It's no, maybe, there's no, I don't feel like it. They're showing up, and I got to open the damn door, come to the basement, we're fucking training. That's it. There's no maybe, there's no excuse. So integrate it. And then Sunday, of course, 10 a.m. to 12 noon martial class. I go, and then 2:30 to 4:30, I see my massage therapist every single week, unless I'm on vacation. I've done that for 4 or 5 years, right? See massage therapist for my well-being, right? And the Sunday martial class, just to, again, integration, not motivation, to help myself, I just prepay for the whole fucking 1 year, so I'll make sure I showed up. Knowing myself, monthly, yeah, maybe next month, I'm busy, no, prepay 1 year, I'm showing up. That's easy. That's what I'm talking about. PMP every day. So I'm going to record 10 minutes, which I do every day. At the end of the day, just turn on the recorder from here, and I just talk for 10 minutes. That goes into my high-ticket sales secrets. Every month, I'm going to have Desmond Jason come over, film 10, 12 videos. Once a month, we block that out at the month of the IC. So the whole thing, if you average it out, my PMP output takes me 1 hour a day on average. To have that much output with no inner conflicts, with integration, it's 1 hour a day.
When you say integration, what do you mean by integration?
Integrate in your life. Don't do it don't count on, I'll do it when I feel like it. There's no feeling like it. I'm doing it.
Another way I like to put it is reprogram yourself.
Yeah.
And some of the things that I learned from personal development over the years is that, eventually the willpower goes down as you're doing something consistently, and the actual, like, just doing it from your subconscious.
It just becomes habits.
And integrate.
It just becomes habits.
Yeah.
There's a great book called Power of Habits. It's just habits. So so before, you guys know, right? Before I was training 1 day a week, now I'm training 3 days a week. Later on, maybe 4 days a week. I don't need to worry about my muscles. I just worry about my push-up. I do my push-up, I'll get stronger. I don't worry about my muscles. Push-up. Just do that, right? And I can see as I'm training more, and I can see my strength and endurance, everything coming back. Yes?
Question for you. Recording every day for 10 minutes. Kind of goes against, the blocking of, just
Yeah.
getting 2 hours and just getting 12 recordings at a time.
Yes.
Do you do that just for this to form a habit?
For this, because the format of the show, Carla listened to a couple episodes, it's more like, say, today, after the IC, I'll go home, I'll record 10 minutes. It's always what's happening right now. What's happening with you guys, or certain things, or an idea, or thought, something that sparked the idea of the day. It's more like a daily diary for me. So I just turn it on. Hey, today we talk about this, and then we have this breakthrough, or this, and whatever. So that format of that particular podcast is more behind the scenes, what's happening.
Kind of vlog without the video.
Yeah, right? So it's a little bit like that. So because I do it that way. Because if I do it in chunks, I don't remember all these things that's happening, right? I do it, hey, here's the problem solving, that's what's going on. So that's easy, and it feels interesting because Carlos listened to it, right?
Feels more conversational, like Dan's your buddy.
Yeah, Dan's your buddy.
You're hanging out with
Yeah, and it's also from a marketing, psychological point of view, it's more, you're interested, my listeners, what's happening with Dan today, right? It's a little bit of that, right?
If it was a different format,
I would block it up.
would you still do?
I would block it up. I would chunk it up. But for this case, I do it for that purpose. And I don't have to think about it. After I finish the day, I'm going to have 10 minutes. I'm going to turn it on 5-10 minutes, and that's it. I send it to my guy, and he'll transcribe and upload and everything, right? So having systems in place. But you think about it, is there a lot of output for 1 hour of work a day? So I don't need to think about it. I know I'm going to crank out that many videos. I know I'm going to crank out that many podcasts. I know I'm going to crank out that many shows, right? It's just the way it is. The thing is, once it's integrated, it's part of my life, I don't think about it and I don't have to push. A lot of you guys are pushing. I don't push, I just do. You just be, right? I love what my Sifu said, everything is Kung Fu. What do you mean? Everything is Kung Fu. I don't need to block out certain time to do. He said everything I do, I said, I'm standing here, I'm practicing. Because I'm practicing my stance, I'm practicing my posture. I'm watching TV. Every time the screen changes, I'm practicing my reflex. Every time the screen changes, I pretend I'm hitting somebody. I'm practicing my reflex. I'm watching a movie, I'm practicing. I'm watching something, I'm squeezing something in my hand, right? Everything is Kung Fu. It's a lifestyle. Once it's integrated, of course it's fucking good, because it's who he is. Then you're no longer trying to do it. Remember, like not just pushing to do it, you're just it. When you're like that, everything is easy. There's no force. You're not forcing yourself to do something. It's just, it's what I do. Like PMP, it's what I do. I make video, it's what I do. Oh, how do you do so many? Like that's why sometimes people ask me, how do you get so much done? It's what I do. It's part of what I do. Oh, makes sense? Makes sense?
Integrated is a very important word. I think you should add the I to your acronym somewhere.
The I?
Yeah, the I for integration.
Oh, the integration, yes.
Go into the acronym.
I agree. I, integration. PMP. Let's do it. Personal media platform. Personal integration, integrated media platform. There we go. There we go. Trademark, Andre. Trademark. Make sense? That's what I'm talking about. I like it.
Eventually becomes a verb, I'm pimping.
Pimping. It's pimping. We talk about pimping. So most entrepreneurs have not integrated greatness in their daily lives. In fact, most have integrated mediocrity and bad habits. They just have not integrated greatness. Habits. Just habits. So think about what you can do to integrate those things. So don't do when you feel like it, because you never feel like it. We never feel like it. We just don't. No, but I feel like working out. Give me a break. Right? I feel lifting that damn fucking heavy belt. Really? I feel like hurting my knuckle, punching the bag. Really? Right? Human beings, we don't like pain. When you integrate it, you don't think about it. Right? Sometimes like I'm watching TV, and I don't know if I can do this shit, but I don't know. Like at home, like I'm watching TV, I have my legs here, I'm just like that, right? Watching my TV, right? I'm just doing that. That's 1 hour stretching right there, right? So I don't think about it. Just integrate it, right? Jenny knows I do all kinds of weird shit at home, right? To tell them, actually, it would be interesting.
Yeah, stretching is one.
Yeah.
Like all sort of like exercise equipment, like the balls or something like grabber, and then like sometimes like you would just like it's like, oh no, I'm not talking to you, I'm just practicing myself. Like in the house.
Yeah.
Sometimes just move, like the kung fu kind of move, make really loud noise. Bang, 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 bang.
Yeah. I don't think about it. Because I want to get good. That's part of it, right? So, but it's business is the same thing. So it's what you practice at home, right? What do you do? And that's why I suggest Stephen watch my videos, immersion. You can't, like coming to a class once a month, you're not going to improve. That's not how you get good. You learn by practicing, getting feedback, making corrections, testing it in the marketplace, get feedback, make corrections, test in the marketplace again. Then you have your own stuff. Learn my stuff, then eventually develop your own stuff.
Just going back to you were saying the integration. Integration, I think, is the one thing, but really it's about discipline. So how do you create
No,
discipline?
I don't want discipline. Discipline sucks. Willpower sucks. I don't want to count on that because I'm not that disciplined. Most of us are not that disciplined.
Well, that's what I'm trying to.
Discipline is you do it like you're forcing yourself to do something. I want to make it part of what I do. I don't think about it. So I'm not pushing, I'm not forced. See, if you get up 5 a.m. in the morning and to go run, that takes discipline. I can't do that. I don't have that discipline. I do it at the end of the day, you know what? A couple guys are going to come over, we're going to train. It doesn't take discipline. They're ringing my doorbell. There was one time, I think Hassan rang my doorbell. I really don't feel like training today. And Hassan, hey Dan, I'm here. Oh, fuck. Right, I'm gonna go downstairs. I know, but he's here. I'm not gonna ask him to go drive all the way from North Van, right? Really. So I'm like, shit. Okay, but I didn't feel like truly that day. I was like tired. Oh man.
A couple times you guys train like 3 hours.
Yeah, but that day turned out to be the best workout I had. It was like awesome stuff, right?
That was my experience with the dinners.
Yeah.
Every time it was a dinner that I did not want to go to, it was the best breakthrough.
Because now, like a lot of you guys integrated, you block on your calendar, you're gonna go dinner. That's what I'm talking about, right? You block it out, yes.
It's when you don't want to do it, you have low expectations.
Yeah, you have low expectations, yes. And that's why the discipline thing I think is overrated. Really, just integrate it so you don't think about it. So now it's interesting. This Monday, this Monday, I'm working on the PowerPoint for this, right? So I post in the Telegram for our training workout. I say, okay, today no training from 5:30 to 7:30 because I'm working on the PowerPoint. Now I finished by 7:15. No training today. Guess how I felt? My body felt. Something is weird. How come there's no training? Right? I want like shit because I have to do the PowerPoint. Went to the gym, just trained myself for 2 hours. Do my thing, right? It's the same. That's what I'm talking. It's not disciplined, because my body's like, hey, Dan, you haven't trained. What's going on? This is now as a habit, right?
Are you saying integration is consistently doing something at the same time every day?
Yes, and you block it out, and it's part of your routine, and you don't think about it.
And it becomes subconscious.
Subconscious. You just do. You just make video.
Just do 2-hour training like at different times?
No different than. Let me give you one example. Like VG, we block out the time. I'm going to make videos. After each VG, I'm going to have 10, 15, 20 videos. I'm just going to have 10, 20 videos, right?
Has to be the same.
Yeah, because I know also a bunch of people are going to show up. If I don't show up, that's not so good.
I think that's one of the keys is that you have other people involved. It's not just you.
Oh yeah, because I don't trust my own discipline. I just don't. You guys trust a lot of you. I don't trust my own discipline. And I don't want to count my own motivation. Hell no. And quite frankly, I'm already more focused and more disciplined than most. And yet I don't trust it. That's a big difference.
Like for me, like I have to come out with 2 articles every week.
Yes.
And I've been doing this for half a year.
Half a year now, yes.
And before, it was a lot of resistance. And
Yes.
it takes me like a long time
To think about it, what to write, yeah.
But now, I really enjoy doing it.
That's
It's
it.
not like, yeah, I just do it like every week.
So now 2 articles for now 6 months, right? Same thing about the power, again, goes back to the PMP without the I. When other people, when they are thinking of writing an article, you've already written 50, 60, 100. That's what I want. After my PMP for, I'm thinking 4 or 5 years, dominate the conversation, high ticket sales. People search my stuff. You have one guy, let's say a copycat, want to do high ticket sales. Well, how many videos you've done? 5. How many shows you've done? 10. How many you've done? 1,000? 2,000? There's no comparison. I want the gap to be so far. I want to be so far ahead of my competition. They look at what I do. Shit, I give up. I can't compete. I give up. That's good. I don't want to, I can compete with it. I want to have like the Facebook group, 10,000 members, right? Like ridiculous amount of just like domination, content, everything. Like I can't do that. It's incredible. Good.
I think what Jason said was key, responding to Jack about how it needs to get into the subconscious level. Because
Yes.
in the subconscious, there is no thought.
There's no thought.
And so you're getting right into like the basic energy of
Yeah.
it.
You don't trust me? Try to grab me from the back.
And so
There's no thought. Trust me.
changing.
I'm hitting you.
Should I do it? No.
I'm hitting you. Trust me.
Yeah, and that's the difference between us and animals is they're all instinct.
Yeah.
And we
Instinct.
have our thought, and that's what gets in our way.
That gets in the way.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Great thought. So let me give you a couple minutes to discuss what I've shared with you. Go ahead.